Hello everyone and welcome to Gadjah. Gadjah, the Tier 7 tech line destroyer. Now, this ship has been around for a long time, so you've obviously all probably played this ship. So there's really no need to go over it, but we will go over the pros and the cons of the ship, or what I feel are its best strengths. Survivability-wise, without the hull, even with the hull, that'd still be, with everything, that's still a considerable amount of health. She has decent health, not the best, but she can fight the DDs. That's one of the best things I loved about this ship in randoms, was that she could fight DDs and come out winning. The guns are phenomenal at 120s, 3 dual turrets, very comfortable, very easy. And then the torpedoes are another great thing. They are only 8 kilometers. Now, if you do get the upgraded range like I did, or the upgraded torpedoes, it really doesn't give you much. If you're running it in operations, you don't need the upgraded torps. And you probably wouldn't need the upgraded range either. Most players could probably take the upgraded range. I would honestly recommend that if you're running it in operations, hull, range, and then onto the tier 8. Okay? But for the sake of the replay, we're running this thing as completely stock as possible. So, if you can perform adequately without getting the upgrades and spending so much money, then you're in a good sign. But for the modules, of course, main armorance 1, engine room, aiming systems, and it really depends on your preference. Propulsion or steering gears. You already have a decent, rudder shift, so with that and all that, you can get it down real slow to real quick to like 2.2, at least 2 seconds. So I would honestly recommend this because it would make the most sense. You don't go after CVs on Raptor Rescue. Don't go off on your own. In Cherry Blossom, Hermes, you're screwed. Concealment is where it's at. She does get pretty good concealment at 6.1. That's very competitive for this tier. But Gadjah's playstyle is very simple. Use your guns, use your quick firing smokes to basically smoke up, shoot, torp, farm a little bit, and then pull back and retreat. The reason they have such firing, the quick action smokes is that's one of the bread and butters of this line, is the quick action smokes. It's 100 seconds. The dispersion time is, 70 seconds. So there's very little time between each puff, or between each charge. That's one of the great things about this ship in this line, are these fast-acting smokes. They're decent smokes, but they also reload fast. That's one of the key things of this line, are these smokes. So you abuse the smokes. Absolutely. Now, like I said, it does have 6.1 concealment, and the torps are 8 kilometers. So there is a stealth window. It's very minimal, but you can make it work. It just takes time to get used to it. Once you get used to, stealth torping like that, you'll have fun. Stealth torping in a terrible will become easy for you. If you can stealth torp in a terrible, and you haven't gone up the Gadjah module line, stealth torping in a Gadjah is very comfortable. But the replay will show you really how to do that comfortably. Okay? So, let's get into the replay. Hello, and welcome back to Tech Line on the Gadjah. I'm Timo of Full Wrong in the Nebraska, North Cove, Lander, Wukong, Z39 in a Gade. And this was a very good display of Gadjah, but it was a very bad team. And by very bad team, I mean, I'll explain it later. It was pretty bad. And it was disappointing. Because we've got really good ships. As you know, we haven't done a Z39 review, but we've all know it's been a removed ship. Wukong's just an amazing ship. You've seen it on the channel. Lander, Haven't had much flander, but we know it's a good ship. So we've got a lot of decent good ships on this map.
Roger. Searching for enemy convoy.
And I always go north because that is the best position for a DD on this map. It is.
Stand by for action. Enemy approaching from the north.
But you usually need maybe one or only two DDs out there.
Enemy detected. Enemy force sighted.
You rarely ever need three.
That's the enemy.
Three is just overkill at that point. Unless there's like multiple battleships, then it's good. But multiple DDs on multiple cruisers, you only need one or two.
Enemy ships detected in the northwest.
Now the Gadjah only has 8-kilometer torps, and you only get 4, or you only get 8 of them. So you can't drop them in max range. You've got to get as close as you can to the detection. Since I'm only running a cheap captain build, I'm at a 6.1 detection. Usually it goes down to about 5.8 fully built in. But my goal is to get like point blank range that I can, as far close as I can get without being detected. So basically right here. Unfortunately they disappear, so I'm not able to line up my shots just yet. I shoot in hopes of maybe drawing something, but not likely.
Engine boost activated.
There's the Mayoko. He's super close. Furtaka, he's super close. At this range, the torp spread's minimal, so the majority of the torps will go on target. That's the key. Armor piercing to the side. Since it is a Furtaka, it's a pretty good shot. I don't need to get many shells on him. I just got to get enough to weaken him. Then the torps will finish him off. That Mayoko takes 3 torps. Torps kill the Furtaka. And we do pick up the Mayoko. Bad news is we're well within detection range. So there is a downside to that. But you see the Gauge is just pushing in. He's going to die. The Gauge is dead. Because he's just pushing into all these ships. And I believe he's shooting too.
Attention. Transport ships detected. Destroy the escorting ships.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Torps coming in, and I should be able to avoid these.
Torpedoes, direct front. Engine boost deactivated.
And yeah, I could drop him more forward, but I'm going to do it at point blank range.
Attention.
I want to make sure these torps hit. Is it suicidal? Absolutely. But I'd rather be certain that these guys die.
Roger. Aircraft proceeding
And we just start shooting because he's not going to turn his gun in time. So let's see if we can get some of the extra damage. Again, I'm trying to get out into a position where I can get these two before they're, you know, killed by my team. And I love the Gadjah module. I think it was a great ship. I love grinding this thing in randoms. I thought it was a very strong destroyer in randoms. It's still a very strong DD, and you just gotta know what you're doing.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Point blank range. Armor piercing to the side. No citadels, unfortunately. Just trying to get a little bit of damage. We do get citadels there, but 5 torps, it's gone. I should have aimed it a little bit farther ahead, but I didn't take into account the torp spread. Because the island, for some odd reason, takes the torp after the spread. So, I lose that kill because I didn't get that torp on there. And the first one's like myth. So the Z's able to pick it up. But in all honesty, you know that should have been my kill.
Engine boost activated.
Attention. Clarifying the order. Cover the retreat of our transport ships.
And I'm telling the battle. Again, you see that the Flanders kind of out there, the North Coast's out there, the Wukong's out there. But yet, another thing that just drives me insane is that every ship goes for these 2 Nagatos. It's always been the same thing. It wasn't the same thing as in Tier 6. They all, multiple ships would converge on these guys because they're free damage. And they don't want to take damage from the other cruisers. I'm thinking, why? It's just irritating. That makes no sense. As you see, the Wukong's coming up. You see the Flander is running away instead of pushing up with Vorong and the North Coast. I get the guy being coated in 32mm armor, but it's like, I want you to keep an eye on those cluster of ships down there. I open fire, to try to get a fire set. Got one set. Drop the other on the other one. The other one, the second one was a little bit poorly aimed. That's unfortunate. We do get a fire on you, so that will burn, or torps will cause a flood. But you see that the Wukong's coming in. We get a fire on Cincy. I don't know what the hell was wrong with those torps. 2 floods. We pick up Ray. We pick up an instant fire. 2 floods and a fire. That's gonna tick. And yet the Wukong is going for my ship. 2 floods and a fire. That's just gonna burn. He's gonna die. All the targets are literally going for my ship. Why? Why go for that ship? It's already dead. It's gonna die to floods and fire anyway. It's got double fires and double floods on it. Flanders shoots from across the map for no reason and snags the kill. when he should be up there with Volrong. The North Coast not even trying to protect the convoy. Like they all just kind of went back here. Volrong has practically single-handedly basically killed that Amagi. Like, there was no reason for them, like, the Flander, no reason for him to come up. The Wukong, like, and Volrong can't live that long. There's no one taking for the convoy.
Engine boost activated.
And I'm trying to get into a position where I can start shooting in hopes of drawing their fire. But they're going to kill the transport because no one was tanking for it. My back is sore from carrying the Flander. Yeah, I can understand that. And there goes the transport because no one was protecting it. That was an easy 5 stars. The strongest ships on this map are the Wukong and the Flander, and they were poor players. Let's be honest. I'm sorry.
Problem solved, sir.
The North Coast could have easily pulled up and tried, but it's like, why? I mean, I'm dead to torp, so. But that was just, it's irritating because we pull the map back, look at the Wukong, look, there's a full health Flander, the North Coast still has half his health. He could have easily tried to push up and tank some damage. No excuse at all. That's just, I don't know what you would call that. I hate to be an idiot or pain in the butt or whatever, but I'd call it incompetence. Decent load, free XP, 263. Top of the team with 15, 12. Volrong is second with 1193. North Pole is second, although I can't give the North Pole too much shit. I have to redact a lot of it because even Volrong said that he was doing his job. It's the Flander and the Wukong that didn't do their jobs. Even the Z, the 3 most powerful ships in this op, didn't do their jobs. And that is just what it's come down to. It's true that people in ships that are super powerful don't do their job. So it's unfortunate. And I was doing this on a stock Gadjah Mada. These guys are premium ships. There's no reason. They should easily have been able to outscore me. Yeah, and you see Yushi was taking all the damage, and then the Flander destroys it with his main battery. When he should have been overprotecting the convoy. That's irritating. And then the Wukong just was... I don't know what the Wukong was doing, honestly. I really don't know. But the fact that a stock Tier 7 ship outdid 3 premium ships. 3 decent premium ships that the whole top spot was claimed by tech line ships. Just because you got a good premium ship doesn't mean you're a good player. I'm sorry. But this was a 5-star heartbreak. It was sad. Very sad.